Hello. Happy evening. Happy evening? That's kind of weird. Good evening. There we go. How's everyone doing? Wait for everyone to pop on. Today is day 5 out of 5 of our holiday jumpstart challenge. So we've made it, everyone. Woo! All right. So today we are going to be talking all about biofeedback. So this is a super important topic, but I also feel like it's not touched on enough. So really excited to chat with you guys about it. Hope your guys' day has been great. If you are joining us live, so you're watching it right now as I'm speaking, comment below, #LiveSquad. If you're watching this back on the replay, comment below, #ReplaySquad. So I can see who's watching live, who's taking advantage of the replays. But yeah, everyone excited for, I was going to say the Ohio State game tomorrow, but obviously not everyone is from Ohio. So anyways, hope you, Live Squad, love it. Hope you guys are having, my hair is doing something here. All right, after the gym, curls did not stay very well. Yeah, I'm just waiting a couple more minutes. Right now, we are trying to currently bring in some new appliances from the garage to the basement because we're finishing the basement here. And we have like a whole kitchen down there. And so I'm doing this live, and then I'm going to bring a refrigerator down to the basement, which is a process. But we got the microwave in, we got the range in, the stove, we've got the what's the other thing? The dishwasher in. So now we just gotta get the fridge in. But I was like, I gotta go do my live real quick. So, I love a good side pony. Thanks, girl. I'll be playing with this the whole night. This is, alright, I'm sorry, I'll stop. Okay, so tonight, we are chatting all about biofeedback. So, what does that mean, and why is it important? So, biofeedback are going to be the things that are not just, diet and exercise, right? It's going to be so much more than that. Like the little things that add up to change the game for your health and fitness journey so much. So just the little things that add up and really make a big difference in the long run. So what I mean by biofeedback are things like your appetite, your digestion, your hunger levels, your stress, your strength, your endurance, your sleep, your headspace, your mental space, your mental outlook and your headspace, that kind of thing, and your water intake. So all of those things are things that we should also keep in mind on our health and fitness journey, on top of, or really truly even initially, before we even get into increased intensity of workouts or, a dieting phase and things like that. Because if those things are not in a good place before, we just hop on the diet train, then we are not doing ourselves any favors in the sustainability category. So really want to hone in on those things that, that you might think they're small and minute, but they make the biggest differences overall, and are going to help you out because you're not, once those things are in a good place, you're not going to have to slash calories so much, and you're not going to have to do, endless amounts of cardio to be successful on your health and fitness journey. Like Lydia talked about last night when we chatted about activity, it's very rare, very, very rare that we program any, running or intense HIIT cardio or anything into our clients' workouts. I honestly can't even think of anybody that I have specifically running programmed into their training program right now. So you don't have to spend hours on the treadmill doing cardio. You don't have to slash all these calories, just making sure that your body is healthy and happy is so, so important. So getting into that, with a dieting phase and with exercise, even though, people say that, exercise is just my stress relief. Exercise, helps me. It's my place to really relieve your stress is what people say. However, exercise is still a stressor on your body. Yes, it may help you relieve some stress, some mental stress. However, physically on your body, exercise and working out is a physical stressor on your body. And so is, cutting calories and going into a dieting phase. Those are all stressors on your body. So instead of putting more stress on your body than you need to by decreasing calories and increasing cardio, why don't you take a look at your biofeedback and how things are going with that? Take a look at your sleep. Are you, sleeping 3 hours a night? Stress is a 12 out of 10. You're feeling nauseous and bloated all the time, not drinking any water, and you're just feeling real lethargic and not very strong. If that is the case, then maybe it's not a good time in your life right now to decrease calories or work out even more and more until you address those things. So I will just kind of go over each of those things. I don't want to make this, I don't want to take up too much time of your night. So I won't go into too much because I could go on forever. Guys, I can talk forever. So, with your appetite, digestion, hunger, that kind of thing, it's good to just be aware of, okay, when you go to have another meal, are you actually super, super hungry, or are you, I could eat, I could not, or are you bro, I could not eat another thing. So it's just good to mentally note, where you're at there hunger-wise, and especially with bloating and digestion, are you constipated or having, diarrhea, or are you having some GI issues and GI upset there? I know it's been about a little over a year now where I was really, really struggling with some digestive issues and some GI problems, and I would just feel bloated all the time and nauseous, and I would just throw up if I got hungry whatsoever. I can never stop. I just can't stop, won't stop. Anyways, I was dealing with some big digestive issues, and what would have not helped me in that situation was to be all right, I'm just going to ignore that and continue dieting. What helped me was seeing a specialist, getting on, omeprazole, which has super, super helped me. And really addressing that issue before I even, increase my intensity of workouts, because I was why am I feeling bloated and blah all the time? And before just doing that kind of stuff, really addressing the issue at hand. Same thing that goes for, sleep. A lot of times, if we are not adequately recovering, we're going to see the effects of that in our body with being kind of bloated, holding on to more water, just feeling kind of lethargic and moody all the time. So instead of increasing cardio, decreasing calories, I'll say it over and over again, why don't you take a look at how your sleep is doing? How can we improve sleep? Can we, put into place a nightly routine, wind down for bed? Can we limit our blue light exposure before bed? The light that comes from electronics and things like that. Can you take a look and do kind of an audit of your caffeine intake timing? Are you drinking a ton of water before you go to sleep and it's making you wake up and pee in the middle of the night? So just so many things you can take a look at with sleep. Specifically, take a look at your water intake. Maybe, water, obviously, we're made up of about 80% water, I want to say, maybe if not more. So water intake is going to be huge on your recovery and just your digestion and everything that goes into that. So maybe you're just not drinking enough water and that's stalling your progress. Also, your stress in general. I know I kind of said that, obviously exercise is just generally a stressor on your body, but take a look at the stress in other parts of your life. Are they just normal stressors? Like for me, like running my own business, that kind of thing, obviously that brings some stress on my life. But that's, just normal kind of day-to-day stress. So how can I manage that in the best way possible? And a big part of that is going to be recovery with sleep and everything. But another part of that is, so I have recently started taking some like ashwagandha supplement, and that's just like a natural type of thing to, naturally help with stress. So just taking a look at how you can improve those smaller parts of your journey, because those are gonna have the most impact overall in the long run. So I won't get too much more into detail with that, but obviously just audit yourself, take a look at those things, and maybe if you fix some of those things, your health and fitness journey will be much, much easier on you. I know sleep is so important. That's like one of the biggest ones. And I know, Kelly, it looks like you're watching now. I know that we have a water goal for you to hit, and I'm sure that has helped. I know with Marissa, she's a client in water, just upping her water intake goal and setting a goal for her has helped with acne, and it's helped with so many things, digestion, making sure bowels are moving regularly, that kind of thing. So it helps so much just to clear things out and not feel so backed up or bloated. So I know water has helped a lot of people there. And I know a lot of people will come to us, as coaching clients and be like, okay, my goal is to lose, X amount of weight, maybe 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 80 pounds, whatever it is. And that is great. And sometimes you go along your journey and you're like, wow, I didn't realize, how much I needed to get better at stress management and get better at sleep and recovery and get better at drinking water. So those are all kind of obviously related. So someone can come to us with a goal of just, simply weight loss and things like that, but they don't realize all these other aspects of your life can be affected by your biofeedback as well. And ultimately, just feeling better from that type of perspective ends up being the ultimate goal. Just, feeling better, feeling happy, feeling healthy, feeling more comfortable and confident in your skin, becomes the bigger goal than weight loss. So that's really kind of cool to see as a mindset shift there. Gosh, I've gotten really off of my notes. Let me catch back up here. Okay, so changing and focusing in on your biofeedback and those little things, it's not going to be a sexy process, right? It's just not. Some of those things are just the boring things that you need to put in the work for day in and day out. And it's not going to be like this quick fix, this, 8-week challenge where you see these progress photos side by side and it's like boom, boom. And that's like the sexy part of your health and fitness journey, right? And I'm not saying you're not going to see those big, physical changes, but sometimes the biggest changes happen inside, not only physically inside of us, but mentally as well, and getting those smaller places in a better place just in our life, if that makes sense. I feel like that didn't come off that it made that much sense, but I hope you guys know where I'm coming from there. So it's not always a sexy process. It's not always just, weight loss and flowers and blooming sunshine, and I don't know where I'm going with that, but sometimes it's just those little things that you need to change and focus on day in, day out: sleep, stress, water, all of that good stuff. Because, when you do see those progress photos and that person did it in a healthy, sustainable way, what you don't see between those two photos is everything that went into that, with focusing on the stress management, the water, the digestion issues, maybe hormonal issues, maybe I know a lot of people blame the thyroid as their biggest problem, and I'm not saying that is not relevant to some people, but I feel like the thyroid kind of gets a bad rep when there's so many other areas in your life that might need to get better and be improved upon. But maybe you do have some thyroid issues. Maybe you do have some hormonal issues that you need to be addressed by a doctor and things like that. So working hand in hand with a coach that's really focused on health and fitness and wellness overall and a good balance, and working with a doctor, if that's something you need to do, is super, super important as well. Because sometimes, and I'm in the medical field, I still am technically, I'm a nurse, but knowing, just doctors in general, sometimes they're not thinking of the bigger picture all of the time, and just sustainability. Sometimes you go to these doctors and they're like, well, you're unhealthy, so you need to lose weight, so you need to cut all these calories. And they don't think like, okay, maybe this person is already only eating 1,100 calories a day, so they can't really just continue to cut calories when they're already barely eating anything. So what does the bigger picture look like? And that's where kind of like a health and fitness coach comes in, a good one. I will say there are some not good ones out there, but that's where a health and fitness coach can look at the overall picture and making sure you're doing this in a healthy and sustainable way. So kind of on that tangent a little bit, and I'll just go into this a little bit because I could also go down this rabbit hole a whole lot. A lot of people come to us actually under eating, which is kind of, counterintuitive to what you might think. A lot of people come to us and they're like, eating that 1,100 calorie a day type of thing. And we need to figure out, okay, how long have you been dieting? Sometimes women come to us and they're like, I don't even remember the last time I wasn't trying to diet. And that is like, oh, that breaks my heart to hear, because it's so like our culture to just chronically diet for some reason. And when people look back on their life and it's like, I don't remember the last time I wasn't trying to lose weight. That's like, that's so sad, because there's so much more to life than just like losing weight. Being healthy ultimately is so important. And when you've continuously, chronically cut calories, now you're just sustaining your weight on 1,000 calories a day. There's not really anywhere to go from there. Like I'm not going to have a client come in and be like, all right, yep, so if your goal is weight loss, we're going to go down to 600 calories a day. Like, I would never ever do that to someone. And if you know a coach, or if you're looking for a coach and you go to someone that does do that to you, run away as fast as possible. So in those types of cases, we look at, okay, how long have you been dieting, first of all? How much food are you truly eating? Because are you really only eating, 1,000 calories a day, or you maybe just aren't tracking correctly? There's a big difference there, obviously. So if you're truly only eating that much every day, maybe we need to look at a reverse diet. And maybe a lot of you haven't heard of what a reverse diet is. So let me kind of just, I'm telling you, I can go down this rabbit hole. So I'll just real quick say, that's where you slowly add back calories so that your metabolism can respond. And yeah, sure, you might gain a little bit of weight in the process, but ultimately your body is going to be at such a better, healthier place in the long run when you can get your calories up slowly but surely. So say you're starting at 1,000 calories and we slowly bring up your calories to be like 1,800, and then you're able to maintain that weight at 1,800 calories instead of 1,000. And your body is like, yes, I love you. Thank you for feeding me again. Really appreciate you. Then your body is so much healthier, happier with you. And at that point, then when you have a decent amount of calories to pull from, then you can think about, starting to pull calories away again and going into that dieting phase. And at that point, then your body is going to respond and you're able to diet on as many calories as possible. And that's our goal for anyone that comes to us and wants to lose weight, is having them diet on as many calories as possible, because no one wants to eat 1,000 calories a day. I'm sorry. No, thank you. Pass on that. And also, it's not going to be sustainable in the long run. So when you go through this dieting phase, you don't want to restrict yourself so much that on the weekend you're like, screw it, I'm just binging my food. And then you're going to end up, right back where you were. So dieting on as many calories as possible so that you can make that dieting phase sustainable throughout the phase that you're in, if that makes sense. So anyways, I'm kind of getting off topic here, but bringing it back to biofeedback, it's really important, guys, to look at your sleep, look at your stress, look at your water intake, look at your just mental outlook on life, and your appetite and digestion, and making sure all of those things are in a good place before you even start to think about putting that extra stress on your body with increased intensity of workouts, with dieting phases, that kind of thing. And that's something that we work with clients with literally every single day. So if you're like, okay, Alex, I hear ya, but I have no idea where to even start on this, let us know. We would love to chat with you about that. I will actually put the link to our application below in the comments if you're like, no, I just kind of want to see more what this is about and if I can have some more extra support during this time in my life. And we would absolutely love to talk with you more about that. So I'll put the application to coaching. I can't speak. I'll put our coaching application in the comments below here. And for our resource tonight, we actually have a sleep guide PDF to get some better sleep. So check out this PDF that we're going to put in the comments down below. Again, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please slide into Lydia and I's DMs. We would love to talk to you more about biofeedback or anything that we've chatted about this week. I will also leave you with this. Tomorrow, I need to tell you what time I'm doing this because I honestly don't know. My day tomorrow is crazy. But I'm doing a bonus live. And on this bonus live, I'm going to kind of go over what our coaching looks like in general and what it would look like to be a client with us. So I will be doing that tomorrow. So stay tuned for a time for that. I definitely should have figured that out before just this moment, but I will post it on here and let you know what time we'll be going live on that. Check that out if you can't come to the live. Again, I'm going to just kind of go over what it would look like to be a client and what that kind of process looks like. So everyone have a fantastic Friday night. I'm hungry as always, so going to go eat some dinner and take that refrigerator to the basement. And we'll talk soon.